Hey, Al Williamson, leadinglandlord.com. Today I want to talk about dryer vents and actually cleaning the air before it goes into the dryer vent is going to save you a lot of problems. It's going to save you money and it's going to save you effort too. So less clogs in that vent line is going to be lower electrical bills because you don't have to, you can dry faster and less chance of fire. That's really, really good. So let's talk about a few things. Here's the device. It's a pre-cleaner. It's a cyclone separator for the lint. So the dryer exhaust goes into this from the side, and then the lint swirls around, and then only lint-free air exits the top. Let's talk about how to build this thing. It's only $15. It's a great investment. So you go and you get a concrete form tube, an 8-inch diameter one at Home Depot. They're about 4 feet tall, and you get a 5-gallon bucket with a lid. So that's about $6. Altogether, this thing is 15 bucks. You put the tube inside of the bucket and then you want to cut it to height. So you want to cut it so it's the same height as the depth of the bucket. And then what we're doing is we're creating a 2-inch gap. That's what we want to do. Then you cut a hole in the lid so that your dryer exhaust vent that actually goes to the wall or goes out can fit into the top of the lid. That's what you want to do. Cut a hole right there. And then you insert a portion of the dryer vent in there. You can put a couple of inches, even 3 inches, all that's fine, in the portion below, and of course it runs free on the top. I suggest you caulk the inside of it or seal it somehow, however you choose, so the air can't go out. It only goes out through the vent line. Okay, now on the side of the bucket, right there about 2 inches from the top, right under the ridge there, cut an inlet for your dryer vent. Okay, now this is going to be where it comes out of your dryer and into this bucket. So you want to use that line. This is my little hose. This is a 2-inch hose. I have a small dryer. So I cut a hole, it fits in there. You're actually going to want to elongate this hole. I'll show you why. Okay, now this takes a paper bag or any type of brown paper you have that can resist heat and create a little paper funnel around it. So this whole thing is about 6 inches long, and I'm just making a 6-inch tube and I'm just wrapping around there the hose just to extend it. Now here's what I'm showing you. You want to elongate that hole so that you can shoot a tangent line. Okay, you don't want to shoot directly into the bucket. You want to shoot along the side just like this so that the airflow would bounce around like that. Now you drop your tube inside of there, and that's going to smush your paper cone nozzle. All right, so that's why it's there. And of course you want to elongate it so it's shooting along the side, because the goal is to shoot the air in a circular pattern. That's what we're trying to do, is create a circular airflow so that the lint that comes out of your dryer starts to swirl around this. Just like an amusement ride, you know, when you get on those things, the faster it goes, the higher those buckets go up in the air. And then when the ride is over, they start to slow the spinning down, and the buckets return back down to the original position. They sink to the bottom. Well, that's what's happening here. The lint comes in from the side, from your dryer. It starts to swirl and it starts to lose energy and slow down. And as it slows down, it starts to sink to the bottom. All along is sticking to the side of the walls, just like another one of those amusement rides that spins around. It's sticking to the side of the wall, separating from the airflow. So at the top of your tube here, you want to cut some notches, and I'm going to show you why there. So cut 4 notches at the very top, just like this. And then we're going to add some spacers in the midsection just to kind of keep this whole cylinder centered in the bucket. So there you go. Just add some screws onto the side, just like this. Just add some screws over there so that it maintains that 2-inch separation, creates that 2-inch gap. And here's my paper cone coming right here. It just makes sure that the air shoots around the side on the outside there. That's all there is to it. Now here's what happens with the air that's clean, that has all the lint out of it. It gets pushed out the top. Let's do a cross section here. Okay, remember the air is swirling around the outside between the tube and the side of the bucket. And the air that doesn't have any lint in it, it's going to go up and into that notch, and then it's got to drop back down. It's got to drop down into your vent line. So it's got to drop down and then make its way up. So again, this is kind of polishing the air. Any particles that come out of this, they're going to have a hard time going up, down, and up. They're going to go up and down, and they're going to keep falling. Okay, so this is a final polishing of it. And again, there's your bucket, full size. Now, here's the final thing. Remember, this is how it works again. Your hot air comes out of your dryer, and it goes in on a tangent on the side and starts to swirl. The exhauster starts to swirl, and any lint in there gets stuck to the side, and it falls to the bottom. And then the clean air goes up, and then it goes through those notches, and it goes down, and then it goes into the vent line that actually goes out. So this tube right here, this your vent line. You can send that to your outside of your house, or you can even send it through your window, because if you have a window mesh screen, you don't have to worry about it being clogged because you have lint-free air. So that's a cool thing about it. So this is going to help you dry your clothes faster, and that means a smaller electrical bill, okay, and reduce the chances of fires. That's really good. And all that lint gets outside. It starts to get all over the sidewalk and all over the side of your house. You don't have to worry about that. So less maintenance, easier to clean. And of course, you can vent through a window, an existing window and an existing window screen. You don't have to worry about that getting clogged up. So it's a great thing. You don't need to make another penetration through your wall and keep your building envelope great. So, hey, if you like these types of tips on how you're actually saving money or increasing your rental income, all you need to do is subscribe.